Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're talking about something absolutely crucial for any nonprofit: key performance indicators, or KPIs. Basically, these are the numbers that tell you if all your hard work is paying off. We're going to break down which ones you really need to be watching. So, let's get into it.
Okay, let's be real for a second. When your main goal is changing the world, digging through fundraising reports can feel, well, like a total chore, right? But what if I told you that data isn't the enemy? In fact, what if it's the secret weapon that helps your mission grow and succeed for years to come? The nonprofit expert Tim Lockey just hits the nail on the head with this one. It's not about drowning yourself in spreadsheets. No way. It's about using the right data to tell your story, to see what's actually working, and to make smarter decisions that will power your cause. So, before we jump into the numbers themselves, let's talk about the how, because having a solid game plan is what turns data from this overwhelming beast into a super powerful tool in your toolbox. It really boils down to 3 best practices. First, you've got to set SMART goals. You've heard it before: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So instead of raise more money, you'd say, let's boost online donations by 15% this quarter. See the difference? Second, track consistently. You have to look at this stuff regularly to spot the trends. And third, please use technology. Let the tools do the heavy lifting so you can focus on the big picture. All right, let's get to the good stuff, the KPIs. Now, our full blog post has 25 of them, but honestly, trying to track all of those at once is a one-way ticket to burnout. So we've picked out the top 10 that give you the biggest bang for your buck right from the start. This is the perfect place to begin your journey. Here they are, the top 10. Don't worry about memorizing this list, because we're about to zoom in on 3 of the most impactful ones to show you exactly how they work and why they matter so much. We're going to look at cost per dollar raised, donor conversion rate, and donor retention rate. First up, cost per dollar raised, or CPDR for short. We love this one because it answers the most basic, fundamental question for any campaign: did we actually make money? It's so beautifully simple and straightforward. And the math is easy too. You just divide your total expenses by your total revenue. Now here's the key. If the number is less than 1, your campaign was profitable. So if you get 0.25, that means it only costs you 25 cents to raise every single dollar. Awesome. If that number starts creeping up, it's a huge sign that you need to find ways to be more efficient. Okay, next up, donor conversion rate. This one is absolutely critical in our digital world. It tells you what percentage of people who land on your website actually follow through and make a donation. Think of it as a report card for your online fundraising. You calculate it by dividing the number of donations you got by the number of people who visited your site, then multiply by 100. If that percentage is low, it's a major red flag that something might be off with your donation page. Is it easy to use? Is it quick? Does it look good on a phone? So what's a good conversion rate? Well, get this. For most e-commerce sites, it's only about 1 to 2%. But for nonprofits using optimized donation tools, like, say, a fundraise form, that average can leap to an incredible 50%. It just proves what a massive difference a smooth, easy donation experience can make. And last but not least, let's talk donor retention. This is all about how many of your donors stick around and give again. And why is this so important? Because it is always, always cheaper and easier to keep a donor you already have than to find a new one. These are your people, your foundation. The formula is you take the number of donors who gave last year and this year, divide that by your total number of donors from last year, and multiply by 100. Trust me, this is a big picture number your board is gonna wanna see. It's a huge indicator of your long-term health. If it starts to dip, you know it's time to pour some love into your donor relationships. So, we've covered the what and the why of these KPIs. But, the best data in the world doesn't mean a thing if tracking it is a total nightmare. This is where having the right tools changes everything. And the results really do speak for themselves. When organizations use smart platforms that have this kind of intelligence built right in, the improvements are just wow. On average, we see them raise 7 times more online and have a 12% higher donor retention rate. That's what happens when you make your data work for you. We've really only scratched the surface here. These 3 KPIs are a fantastic start, but there's so much more. To get the full list of all 25 KPIs plus a ton of great strategies for each one, you have to check out the full article on our blog. The link is right there for you in the description. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your data is telling a story about your donors, your opportunities, and how you can make an even bigger impact on the world. The only question is, are you ready to listen? Thanks so much for watching.